plant is offline, and that would have been one of the initial stages in preventing the fire from propagating, and taking the plant offline, then isolating the source of the fire, and then doing the necessary extinguishing and cool down operations ensuing thereafter.
Tell us the extent of the damage. Can you give us an idea as to?
As at this point, it's very preliminary. The details we wouldn't know at this point. I mean, that would be left up to the detailed damage assessment, which will bring in the necessary experts to do the assessment that's necessary. But as it stands, I suspect around electrical instrumentation damage. We may have some mechanical damage as well. Didn't have any explosion as far as I understand, but of course would have to fully investigate the matter to see where those lie.
As far as you can tell us, can you say what sparked the fire?
As at this point, would have to investigate, would have to speak to those staff members who were in the vicinity. At the time, we don't have all those details now. But what I want to say is, always, Petrojam team, we're trained for this. We have equipment for this. And with that said, I'm also putting in context the fact that the team responded urgently. And we got very strong support from the Jamaica Fire Brigade, which we're most grateful for.
Tell us again, any effect to the public? I know the fact that the plant is offline, which means that you won't be producing for some days. Will this transcend to the public being affected?
No. Petrojam, as I would have stated earlier, we do carry strategic reserves for the nation. And that's one of the hallmark for us. That's a value that we bring to the Jamaican people and the Jamaican economy. And we are assuring that despite the setback that we have right now, we'll ensure that we'll have the necessary fuels in place, which we do have now and going forward to support the market.
So we got this call at approximately 6:55 that there was a fire at Petrojam. We immediately turned out 3 fire units. When the team got here and did their preliminary assessment, they recognized that there was need for additional resources. So help was requested and we turned out 3 additional units, and to include 1 from St. Catherine. At the height of our operation, we had 48 firefighters in attendance. I'm happy to report that there are no injuries among members of staff or the firefighting team. And we are pleased with the way how the operation went. Over many years, we have had extensive training, tabletop exercise involving Petrojam for incidents such as these. And tonight, that training would have, served us well and would have allowed us, in conjunction with the team, to quickly bring the situation under control and prevent what could have been, significant damage to the plant.